How we going on, people? Luke here from LAGFX. We're back today with a new Sunday Sessions video. If you are new to this series, it is basically where we choose a few pairs that we feel hold good potential for profitable positions in the coming week, and we go through our analysis, giving you guys specific zones and areas that you can apply to your own charts and potentially trade from in the coming week. This gives you guys the opportunity to not only learn how we analyze the markets, but also the opportunity to place potential profitable positions in the coming week. If you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. All the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. We are well on our way to 2,000 subscribers. That may not seem like a massive achievement, but it definitely is for the LAGFX team. Now, with all that being said, let's jump straight into today's Sunday Sessions video. Okay, so if we just head over to the 4-hour time frames, you can see here how we had the penetration of a higher time frame supply zone. We wanted to see an introduction of supply, so for that to push price lower. Price did exactly that. Then what I was expecting was to see price actually correct itself, putting in the first higher time frame corrective wave before then trading us lower in this market. What we have seen is price put in a fractal correction into this demand zone here, and I'm expecting to see price, pick up demand and potentially trade us higher up and into this supply zone here. That would then obviously create a lower high within this new bearish structure that's being introduced, and then what should follow would be a lower low. Now this is on the extreme higher time frame structure. Now, obviously, you can see how price is within this demand zone, and you can see how the supply is clearly running out due to the lack in volume and size of these impulsive waves. So I'm hoping that we can see some kind of higher time frame break of structure to the upside, and then that to obviously give us the confirmation to potentially go long up and into this supply zone, where we can then look to obviously go short once we have the confirmation to go bearish in this market. Now, in terms of other zones and areas to potentially look out for as areas to buy from, there is this candle here that may hold some demand and may encourage price to trade us higher, but I am expecting this flip to happen from this one here. So in the coming week, I will be just looking for confirmation parameters to go long in this market. Now, our confirmation to go long in this market would be a break in the last protected high within this bearish structure. Now, the last protected high, I would say, is this here. A break in this high here would confirm that this bearishness has concluded and the next bullish wave trading us higher is ready to take place. So I do want to see price break above this high before I look to place any buy positions in this market. The reason why this is the last protected high is because this high went on to create the lowest low. So yeah, as soon as we have a break in this high, we want to see price pull back into a fractal demand zone that will find itself from the impulsive wave that broke the structure to the upside, and that's where we would be looking to enter in on this market. So I'm just going to set an alert in and around this this high here, wait for that confirmation, and then we can look to go long in the XAU USD market this coming week. But that is my analysis for gold. Definitely looking for those long positions. We just need to wait for the right confirmation in order to execute those positions. Okay, now heading over to the euro to the US dollar market. Again, we had the penetration of a higher time frame supply zone. We were delivered with a break of structure to the downside. We got involved in short positions. We have really rinsed this market as of recently. I've got a demand zone here as a point of interest that price may trade down and into before delivering us with some bullish structure. However, we are seeing price actually trade us into a fractal demand zone here, which may encourage price to put in a fractal correction. If we just head down to, I think it may be as low as the 1 minute time frames. Let's have a look. Yeah, so if we just zoom in here, you can see how what I've highlighted is a last sell to buy region that was left unmitigated. So this is a clear order block. And what we are seeing now, if we go to present time, is price bouncing off of this this demand zone here. So what I want to see, as mentioned earlier, is a break in the last protected high, which would be this one. Now, once price has broken this protected high, I will be looking for those buy positions. My take profit, however, will probably be set somewhere around here, as this is the last higher time frame protected high within this bearishness. and then from there we can then reassess and decide where we feel price is going to go longer term. I will be looking to go long in this market the coming week. I just want to see a break in this protected high here, as this high went on to set these lows here, which are obviously the lowest lows within this current structure. So again, I'll set an alert, and we can also mark this out as a BOS needed as well. Now what you guys can also do is you can highlight this as a potential area to close any long positions that have been placed when you do decide to place them, and somewhere that we could potentially look to go short from, assuming we have been delivered with the right confirmation parameters to place those positions. But just to give a bit more depth with my setup and what a setup may look like, we can expect bullishness to be introduced, for structure to break to the upside, price to pull back into a fractal demand zone that will display itself from the impulsive wave that broke the structure. This is where we would enter, and then we can trade price all the way up and into this supply zone before closing those short positions and trading price lower longer term. So if we just grab let's have a look here, a long position, if we entered from here, let's say, we would have our stop loss set just below the low created, and then our take profit would be set up here. And you can see that the risk to reward ratio that we'd be walking away with is very nice. So 1 to 12, so you're looking at gaining 12%, risking 1% of your equity. So that is something that I will be I'll be looking to take part in the coming week, once we are delivered with the right confirmation parameters to place those positions. Okay, now heading over to the Great British Pound to the US dollar pair, you can see here that there was two positions that could have been placed from analysis that was provided to the guys in the VIP chat, and I also posted this on TradingView as well. If I just throw the chat up for you all now, just bear with me 2 seconds. You can see how I posted that I wanted to see price trade up and into this zone before trading goes lower into this zone, before taking us higher up and into the market. And you can see that price played out exactly as predicted. The only thing that was different was price actually came to penetrate this supply zone here before taking us lower. So a buy position would have been great to have been placed when that analysis was sent out, and then again placing buy positions in and around this zone would have been a good option as well. Now as we zoom in to this trade or the analysis that was performed, you can see that I've highlighted a last sell to buy region that could have been an area to re-enter on any buy positions that were maybe missed. We have seen how price has traded into this, delivered us with some bullishness, which is very good. What we are seeing now is price test this region and this area in price, and what I'm wanting to see is for price to go on and continue trading us higher in this market. So if you aren't involved in any buy positions, wait for the right confirmation in order to execute those buy trades, and then look to get involved. So I'm wanting to see price trade all the way up and into this higher time frame supply zone to actually clear any remaining liquidity and clear any orders that have been left over in this market before trading us lower. Yes, we have had a sweep of this zone the back end of last week, but I feel price may come to test this area once more before taking us lower. But yeah, look for buy opportunities. Just ensure you are delivered with the right confirmation in order to execute any of those positions. Okay, now heading over to the Great British Pound to the Japanese Yen. You can see here how we were delivered with a break of structure to the downside, which suggested bearishness longer term. We were then delivered with further bearishness. We were looking to go short from here. We placed some short positions, which played out very well. What we have since seen is price actually trade higher, trading goes deeper into this supply zone here. I am wanting to see price flip to the downside and provide us with some longer term bearish structure, putting in those lower highs and lower lows. But as we know, this market is very much bullish and has been for a long period of time. Anyone that was placing short positions in this market previous shouldn't have been, just down to how bullish this market has been over the course of the last few years. Now, when it comes to present time and the data that we are seeing at the moment, we are seeing price consolidate within this range, and it looks as though it is trying to distribute. So I do want to see enough supply to be introduced from this supply zone to encourage price to trade lower. I think in order to look for short positions moving forward, we need to assess this market deeper, and we need to really wait for some structural lows to be broken and for those highs to be protected in order to have enough confirmation and enough proof that price is ready to take that dip lower. So for me personally, I will be holding off on this market for the time being. I just want to see more supply to be introduced, for those protected lows to be broken, and then we can look to reassess, look for fractal supply zones and get ourselves involved from there in any short positions. But ultimately, this is a market that we need further confirmation of bearishness before we should be placing any positions in this market. Okay, now finally heading over to the USD, to the Japanese yen. This is another market that has obviously been extremely bullish for some time now. What we have seen as of recently is price break structure to the downside. We've had a break in this low, and we have had a break in this low here. So with that being said, we've had multiple breaks in protected lows within this bullishness, which tells me that price may be preparing now for a reversal to the downside. So what I've gone ahead and done is highlighted some last buy to sell regions. So you can see here that this green candle would highlight a last buy to sell region, an area of supply. We want to see price penetrate this zone, deliver us with a fractal break of structure to the downside, and then we can obviously look to get involved in this market. Now, if for any reason price decides to trade above this because there isn't enough supply within this supply zone, then this would be my second point of interest and another potential supply zone to look to go short from. But essentially what we want to see is price break structure fractally to the downside to confirm further bearishness, and then we look to get involved in the fractal supply zone that we would find from the impulsive wave that broke the structure. To put it bluntly, I am looking to go short in this market. We just want to wait for the right confirmation in order to enter. So we want to see price penetrate, supply to be introduced, price to break structure to the downside to tell us that enough supply is now introduced into this market. And then we can obviously look to go short once we've been delivered with all confirmation parameters of an S&D flip. So this coming week, I will just be waiting for confirmation to go short. We just need to, as I say, see that break of structure to the downside, and then we can prepare to go short in this market. So if you guys haven't done already, pause the video and highlight out these two zones. That was a more refined zone that you'll probably find on the 30 minutes. With these increments here. If you wanted to just highlight the entire thing, you can look on the day time frame and see this last buy to sell region and highlight that out for yourself. And then this is obviously the second refined zone as well, that if price trades above, then this would be my second point of interest to potentially look to go short from. But ultimately, I am looking to go short in this market. We just need the right confirmation in order to execute those positions. So that is going to summarize my segment of this Sunday Sessions video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have been able to see how I trade and some of the things that I look for in order to place positions. And I hope you guys have marked out some zones and areas as well that I've got marked out, and you've applied them to your own charts. As I said to you earlier, if you have any questions or queries regarding the analysis I've gone through today, please leave them in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. Now, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you all in the next one.